Mose Tolliver was a very interesting person. Mose Tolliver had a hard life growing up. His parents were farmhands and barely had enough income to keep the family of 15 going for a year. Mose Tolliver was said to be born somewhere around 1920, although the exact date is not known. When Mose Tolliver was in 3rd grade, he had to drop out of school to help support his family by doing odd jobs. A little while later, his family moved to Birmingham, Alabama, around 1940. He did not return to school. He kept doing some odd jobs for a couple of years, but in the midst of all of this, to distract him from how hard his life was, he started painting on tree roots, and sometimes he would find glass bottles and paint them. He would sell these works for $3 or $4 outside his house. When he was 40 in 1960, he was working in a furniture factory when a half-a-ton slab of marble fell on his legs, permanently crushing them and paralyzing them. He would never walk again without the help of crutches. At that point, he was not living with his parents and had a house of his own and had married and had 13 children, 11 of whom survived until adulthood. When his legs were crushed, he was confined to bed and started painting exclusively with plywood on humble house paints. Around 1936, when he had his big break, meaning he was recognized, he started selling his paintings for more and more money. He would put his paintings outside and sell them starting at $5. His friends would take them to art shows and the news of them would spread. Nowadays, his paintings can sell for over $1,500. One of my favorite paintings depicts 12 different fruits on a blue background on a piece of plywood. I love this painting because there's so much it's sort of simple, yet it's so precise, and it really captures the fruits. Mose's style of painting is called folk art, which means he wasn't formally trained in any sort of way. He also wasn't taught by a famous painter like Leonardo da Vinci. Today you can find his paintings in the Smithsonian, the High Museum, and a folk art museum in Birmingham, Alabama, and many other places across the U.S. In 2006, Mose Tolliver sadly passed away in Birmingham, Alabama.